Hey guys, Pete from Crunch Time Coaching, and today we're going to show you a practice you can do to get picture perfect backhand volleys where you're using the ball machine, a wall. So you're going to love it. There's nothing more kind of sad as a tennis coach to watch one of your students mess up backhand volleys, because backhand volleys can be one of the more artistic shots in the game, and so it gets really, really tough to watch your student mess up a backhand volley. So first of all, let's talk about, before we get into the drills, why is the backhand volley a tough volley? Well, because you're using one hand and it requires a good amount of strength, especially in the wrist, and some technique. But let me tell you something, if you have really good technique on your backhand volley, it doesn't require as much strength as you think. Okay, so if you're somebody there thinking you're just too weak to have a good one-handed backhand volley, it's most likely because you got some leaks in your technique. So I'm going to show you how we can start to master this one-handed backhand volley. That one was ugly. Okay, so let's get into this drill, guys. Notice I'm actually holding the racket with my off hand here, and lots of people think because you're hitting a one-handed backhand volley that all the effort and everything should come just from this off hand, and this is where you can start to maybe lose a little stabilization, make your wrist break more and not hit a good volley. So I actually encourage my students to first start off with your off hand, hold it by the throat, and you want to get in this angle right here. You see how my racket is angled in this position? I want to keep that integrity. I don't want to break the wrist. And I want to, first of all, start making some good off-handed volleys and get really comfortable and confident with that. And I'll explain why in a second we want to do that. And even as I'm doing this, I'm starting to get more comfortable, making better contact, and now I'm really feeling what I need to do to make that first move. And so the first move is actually just turning the wrist. I'm seeing the ball come, I'm turning the wrist just like I'm going to catch a ball. So I could even practice catching a ball with my off hand here, seeing it like I'm in the infield and I'm catching the ball. Now I put the racket back in my hand. Oh, don't do that, Pete. Watch the ball closer and make good contact. Now once I feel that, that's helping me understand the first move. I want to be in the continental chopper grip, and so my first move is going to be moving the top hand is going to dominate that move. Moving the top hand is going to dominate that move, and now all of a sudden it's making the volley so simple when I move the top hand, okay? So that's the first thing we're looking to do. The next thing we want to do is we do want to have, if you're hitting ground strokes in the air, you actually want to be loose. You want to be relaxed in your wrist. You want your wrist to break, and everything's about relaxation if you're hitting ground strokes. But when you're hitting volleys, you are going to tend to have a tighter wrist, because once the wrist starts to really give way and break, it's hard to control that volley. You want to think of your off, both hands like you're making a wall here. So my wrist is firm and I'm making that nice, solid contact. Now once I start to do that, remember I'm making that first move with the top hand, this hand's very firm. Once I do that, another important thing is I want to tell a story with my racket face. So if I'm going to hit over there, I want my strings to show that I was going over there cross court, right? Again, I'm going in the corner, I'm here in athletic stance, I see the ball, actually I caught too far behind me, let's try it again, I got to catch it out in front, strings right at the target. If I'm going to aim more at the camera here, again, my strings are going to finish more towards the camera. I'm going to hit these lighter and higher, kind of like a little lob over the camera, so I'm not hitting my equipment. But you can see how my strings are finishing there. If I want to hit a little drop shot, again, my strings are going to finish where I want to go. It's a nice little soft drop shot. So you want to be telling a story. You want to be telling a story with your racket. Now, to get some pop on the volley, what you want to do is you want to squeeze your shoulder blades together and pretend that you're a waiter, like you're holding a tray, like you're a waiter or a waitress. So watch this. Now I'm going to come here, hit out in front, and I'm holding up the tray. Holding that waiter tray, that waitress tray. That's really making for some nice pop on the volley. We'll show you some different angles so you can kind of see how they're coming right off that racket, really firm. No one's going to chase those volleys down. And then the final thing, especially when you want to hit a volley firm, you're going to want to extend all the way out to your target. See, if I'm hitting a drop shot, you're going to see that my elbow, what a drop shot. Oh my gosh, that's on camera. But you can see right there, my elbow was relaxed and it didn't extend all the way out. But if I'm going to hit a firm volley, I want to really extend out my elbow all the way to the target. I want to come here and extend that elbow out all the way to the target, so then I'm hitting a nice firm volley. And you definitely want to be hitting that volley out in front like that. Let's take a look at some of these for some various angles so you can see how to do it. So now we're putting all the tips together. Remember, we start with our offhand. We're holding that wrist firm and we're staying out to our target. There's no play in that elbow once we're done. And you can see I'm hitting these volleys cross court and my strings are finishing on the target. A lot of times when you're practicing, it's a good idea to hold it for a second or two so you can really firm up the volley, see it shoot through the court. See, now that's late, so it's going to go high. So the next time I see it, I got to tell myself, meet it out in front earlier. And that's a really strong volley right there. The more you lean into it and hold that finish, hold that weight or tray finish. So imagine I hit my first volley down the line there, and I hold, and then my second volley right there at the camera. Not many people are going to be able to chase those two volleys down. Man, that was a pretty good workout. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm sweating pretty good here. That was no Hollywood actors making that movie on the backhand volley for you. There was no stunt doubles. It was me, and the reason why I'm telling you that is just working on my volley, just that little amount of time and focused like that, I could actually feel my volley improve during the making of that video. I felt much better at the beginning, at the end, than I did at the beginning. And so if you're looking to get your game to the next level, you're going to need to do a little more work, but I want to do it with you. How would you like me to be your personal coach and get you to the next level? If you want to learn more about how you can do that, you're going to have to master the 5 big rocks in tennis. So I have an 8-part free training series that talks about what those 5 rocks are, what they are, how you get better, and how I can help you do it. So I'm going to leave a little preview for you. Make sure to sign up, and I look forward to helping you get your game to the next level. Hey guys, Pete from Crunch Time Coaching. Today we've got a really cool lesson for you. We're going to teach you the super spinner boomerang drop shot. Okay guys, I gotta be honest with you. Learning the super spinner boomerang drop shot is not gonna get your game to the next level in the next 12 months. And my job as your tennis coach is to help you consistently get better, see the progress, grow in your tennis game. So what we're gonna do today is a little different. We're gonna put down the racket, we're gonna put down the balls, we're gonna leave the tennis court, and we're gonna head on over to my house, and I'm gonna show you exactly step by step the pitfalls to avoid and what you really need to be doing over the next 12 months if you want to see your game go up to the next level. So come on, let's go.